Montreal beat Boston just like I said they would. They did it. I called it. They did it. So Montreal won last night. What a great game. So this video is my review of this game. It was a great game. And I'm going to tell you about the goals, who scored them, how. I'm going to give you my 3 stars of the game, and all that great stuff. It was just a great game. So that's all right here. Talking Habs, the home of Habs hockey, where everything's dedicated to the Habs and all things hockey. So to get more of my content like this, subscribe and ring the notifications bell down there. Leave any comments you may have about this video and about the hockey game. What a great game. Wasn't it a great game? It was just awesome. So Boston comes into this game beating Pittsburgh the night before in a pretty, like they were winning. Pittsburgh came back to go ahead, and then in the third period, Boston came back to win it, a 6-4 game. So what are the likelihood that they're going to come in tonight, last night, in Montreal and do the same thing on back-to-back games? It was kind of unlikely. Montreal wasn't going to give them an easy game. This I knew for sure. Montreal was going to come out and fight hard. Don't forget, it's Boston-Montreal. That's always a good, hard game. Montreal was not going to roll over in this game. So I knew that. So I just had this strong feeling the night before that Montreal is going to win. Now, I never called it for a blowout. A lot of people thought it was going to be a blowout. I never said that. I just said that they're going to win. And that's why I didn't give a score, because I wasn't sure. It could have been a blowout, being that it's back-to-back games for Boston. But I didn't think so. Boston's too good a team right now just to roll over like that. So I thought it'd be a hard-fought game. And it was, and it came down almost right down to the last second. I mean, basically did, because they pulled Rask, and they basically had a power play for the last minute, and it was close. Price had to make a really good save right at the end with the clock running out. So it was a real nail-biter right down to the last minute, but Montreal came out ahead. So where does that leave them? It leaves them with good momentum, good confidence going, into the next week, where they're playing Philadelphia on Thursday in Philadelphia. I feel good about that game. I think Montreal will do well. And this was just a fantastic game. And hey, I predicted the win, so I'm happy for that. Yeah, I guess it's somewhat luck, but I had this real strong feeling they would win, which is why I did the video, my preview, the way I did it. And listen, sometimes you got to go with those feelings when you do what I do, right? So I put it out there and took a chance. And believe me, in that third period, especially when that goal that got called back, oh my God, there it goes. I missed it. And then they called, and look, it was clearly an offside. The point, if you watch the TSN feed, Mike Johnson was saying it hit his skate, and he thinks that's having the puck under control because you just kick it up to your stick. Granted, these NHLers can do that, and I understand. But I still don't think that having the puck hit your skate when you're crossing the line means you have the puck under control. You don't. I'm sorry, but you don't, because you can easily just kick that up and miss it. It's not under control. It's under control when you got it on your stick. Like they said, you could be backing in. As long as it's controlled by your stick, you're okay. So in this case, it legitimately was offside, and he did not have control. So thank God for that, and a good call by Claude Julien to recognize that and take the chance. And by the way, a really good, well-coached game by Julien. Making the changes on defense worked. That calling challenging that call. He made a lot of really good moves as a coach. So anybody talking about Julien being fired, I don't see it. I think he's doing a great job. Okay, so first period. I'll just go over line changes. Last night, the line changes were Sherratt and Weber were paired up, and Mete and Petrie were paired up. I don't know if this is for the one game or this is going to be permanent. If you read Brian Wild's column, Call of the Wild, he talks about it, and it probably is a permanent thing because Sherratt can't play with Petrie. Petrie plays 27 minutes a game. Sherratt can't. Riley can't. So who is there on the left side that can, and that's Mete. I think you're going to see this as a permanent pair, at least for a little while, and see how it works out. So, at 1:13 into the first, Petrie coming in on the left side, he tries to feed Armia in the slot. The pass goes off Armia's skate and pops out to the right face-off circle. Nobody around. Who comes in? Mete rushes in, just like his first goal, which happened on the other side. He came in, got the shot, and he beats Rask. So it's Mete's second goal from Armia and Petrie. At 14:49, Mete goes off for hooking. And literally 6 seconds later, so off the face-off, Krug gets the puck. He sort of walks along the blue line a bit. He passes it over to Pasternak, who's at the left half wall, in between the half wall and the circle. And he just rips a shot. Price coming over had no time for a shot like that. This is why Cole Caulfield will make a big difference. A shot like that Pasternak took on Price is unstoppable. It's unstoppable because the shot is amazing. There's no time to react to it. It's in the net. Boom. So this is where Cole Caulfield's going to make a huge difference. And that's what Pasternak gives the Bruins, is that kind of wicked shot that's not stoppable, and we don't have it. They do, we don't. So when Caulfield's here, that's part of the game that we're going to have that's going to make a huge difference. And that's why the talk about him coming up in April and being in the playoffs and taking someone's spot makes sense, because nobody on the team has a shot like that. Okay, Tatar at 16:45. Tatar breaks in on a 2-on-1 with Deneau, and instead of passing over, he takes the shot. And it dribbles. Is that the one that dribbles? Yeah, it dribbles through Rask's legs. He almost had it, but it dribbled through. So it's Tatar's fifth from Galley and Sherratt. It's 2-1. At 17:16, so what? 30 seconds later, Byron picks up a loose puck at the Bruins line. It was right sitting on the line, so they thought of challenging it for being offside, but they didn't, and it wasn't an offside. And he goes right to the net to the left. He splits off to the left, and at the left circle, he risks it right past Rask. It was a bad goal by Rask. He let it was a bad goal. He should have stopped that one, but Byron's first goal, finally, unassisted, and after that, you can see the confidence in the guy. It started to come back. It started to look like Byron again. He's got a little ways to go, but I think getting that goal, the first goal, is going to make a big difference. Okay, in the second period, lots of good action. Paling trying to block a shot with his stick. The puck comes up, hits him in the ear. So he left. On the same play, just before that happened, Petrie went down and he awkwardly twisted his ankle. Petrie and Paling out, same play. Oh my God, what happened? 7:17, Connor Clifton with a really nice move at the line. He walks in, a little bit of dangling, and he shoots from the slot, and he gets his first NHL goal. So that's Clifton, his first goal. Bad goal let up by Price. He should have stopped that one. Paling comes back to the bench right after that goal, so A1 on that. And within a minute or two after that, Petrie's back, and he gets right on the ice, and he's fine. At 18:13, Bjork, isn't that a singer from Norway or something? I don't know. Bjork, he gets a loose puck at the left side of the net, and he puts it under Price's pad, well, sort of through the 5-hole, right under his knee anyway. So it's Bjork, his second from McAvoy. Honestly, that's another one he probably should have had, Price. At 18:55, so less than a minute later, Mete, his second of the night. Chara pushes Thompson into Rask. Thompson took advantage of that and sort of squandered around, and he interfered. I don't know. He was pushed in, so legitimately, he didn't just jump on him, right? But he got in the way of Rask. He pinned his blocker or his glove underneath him, so he couldn't really move. And the shot, that's when Mete took a shot from the point, and it went right in. Rask had no chance on that because he was kind of pinned down. I get that, but Thompson was pushed into him clearly. So they challenged that, and it was a goal, and there was a power play because of that, but nothing happened. So Mete, his third from Lehkonen and Petrie, they might not have challenged. I'm not sure. Sorry. Senior moment. But it was a good goal, I think, because Thompson was pushed. So it was Mete's third goal, second of the night, from Lehkonen and Petrie. It was a really exciting period. Habs playing better than Boston. Boston capitalizing on their opportunities, though. That's one thing about Boston. They were capitalizing when they got the chances. I didn't give the shots on goal and all that. I'm not doing that right now. Third period, 14 seconds in, Weber goes off for high sticking. Habs kill it off, thankfully. But you thought, oh, well, here goes. They're going to tie it up there. But at 3:07, Kuraly and Wagner fighting for the puck behind the net. I forget who was in there for the Canadians, but the two guys. Wagner gets the puck over to Kuraly, who swings out right out in front. It's sort of a wraparound. Now, Price is looking to the other side more. He doesn't have his skate up against that post. He does on the other side. And Kuraly puts it in between the skate and the post. So it's 4-4. Price got caught leaning the wrong way. So Kuraly is first from Wagner. That's another one Price should have stopped. He should have had his foot still, even if he was looking the other way, that he should have been spread right out against the post, and he wasn't. At 5:23, Coyle redirects a shot through Price's 5-hole again, but Price had lost his stick, so he didn't have doesn't have the paddle to block that 5-hole. But Julian calls it for a review for an offside back at the line, probably 20 seconds before. It goes for a review, and this is where I think it was Coyle himself, too, had carried the puck over the line. But this is where the puck hit his skate, and it was a legitimate offside. I was just talking about it before. And I think it was a good notice by Julian. That's what I was talking about, his coaching. And he was right, because he did not have that under control. Kicking it up to your stick does not mean that you have it under control. No matter what Mike Johnson says, and I like Mike Johnson, so I'm not putting him down, but I don't agree with him on that. Okay, so it's still 4-4. Habs get a break there, and so what happens? Weber, I didn't write the time, feeds Sherratt at the top of the circle, and he beats Rask for the go-ahead goal. Really nice shot by Sherratt, goes in under his glove. As a matter of fact, Rask caught a piece of it, and it went in. So it's Sherratt a second. It's the game winner from Weber and Tatar. Rask is pulled with 58 seconds left. And they tried, and it came close, but they couldn't put anything past anybody. So it was a real nail-biter right down to the last second, but Montreal did it, like I said they would. And it was a really great game by Montreal. They stuck with them. They got sticks in the way all night, banging pucks off their sticks when they had chances. Like good poke checks, good active stick work. And it was just a great effort by Montreal to corral this team that's leading the league, who had only one regulation time. That's what I'm looking for. Regulation time loss. This was their second. And they just did a great job. 3 stars of the night. Third star, Thomas Tatar. He had a goal and an assist. Out playing his normal great game that first line plays. Second star, obviously, Mete for his 2 goals. His step-up play. He's the left defenseman on the number 1 pairing with Petrie. Petrie is the number 1 defenseman right now. And just a great effort by Mete. And first star for the game winner, he had a goal and an assist, I believe, as well, is Ben Sherratt, who had a good game playing with Weber. Wouldn't have thought he could play with Weber, but it actually looks like it might work out. So that was a really great effort by the Habs. It really was. Shots on goal, 31-25 for Montreal. Face-off percentage, they killed us there. 60% for them, 40 for us. They were 1 for 2 on the power play. We were 0 for 2. They had 36 hits. We had 31. We had 27 block shots. They had 11. We had 24 giveaways. They had 19. And we each had 9 takeaways. So that's the everything from the game. It was a really great game, a great effort. They deserved the win, and they got it. And I called it. So I'm just a genius, right? I just, no, it doesn't mean that. I got lucky. No, honestly, I had a real strong feeling Montreal was going to win, so I did that video based on that, and I got lucky that I was right. Yes, I mean, I'm not a psychic or anything. But hey, I called it, so it's 1 for me against all the ones that I called and I got wrong. Okay, so the next game is Thursday. They're in Philly. 7 p.m. start, Eastern Standard Time. I believe, anyways, a 7 p.m. start. So that's Thursday in Philadelphia. I'll be doing my normal videos. Hope to see you there. Hope you'll check it out. Sorry for the long video, but I'm kind of happy it was such a good game, and I called it. So that's my review. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. And subscribe and ring the notifications bell down there. Leave any comments about the video, about the score, about anything, about me. If I'm crazy, I'm a little bit crazy. And that's in the comment section that's down there. And I guess that's it. So when you do subscribe, ring the notifications bell. That'll get you your daily fix of Bleu, Blanc, Rouge. And right here at Talking Habs. Go Habs, go! Bye, y'all.